coming, they listen up. You can count on the fingerless hand how many people I can trust. The wordplay insane. Meditate, bring down a plane with no passengers on it. Facing the blunt, putting mileages on it. Pushing T attitude, cutting ways, malices wasn't on it. I stay to myself, I'm known as the cool kid. Come to the moolah, G's on his head like the school days between two legs. The pussy is the basket, I finish a dunk, pull out and shoot my cool J. You see how I do when I do me.
Going crazy because a guy in Melbourne, Australia is quite literally claiming that his dog was playing with a ghost. And after watching this, I bloody believe him. Now, he insists that his backyard is fully secured and locked by a high fence where there is no way for another dog to get in. He also said that he ran outside to check if he hadn't lost the plot and that the ghost dog was nowhere to be seen. And if this video hasn't got you contemplating life, another video which has scarred me for life is this bastard. Now, keep your eyes on the collar of the black dog on the right. So as you can see, the two dogs are just barking and barking, and then suddenly, out of nowhere, for some reason, they just go completely quiet. A few seconds later, the black dog then randomly jerks backwards into the side of the crate, and its collar comes off of its own.
The murder of Cassie Jo Stoddard sounds like a horror movie for good reason. On September 22nd, 2006 in Idaho, Cassie was house sitting for her aunt and uncle when her boyfriend Matt and their friends Brian Draper and Tori Adamkick came over. When the two boys left, they left the back door unlocked. And that's because they planned to come back. And they did. Once Matt left, they came back dressed in masks and carrying knives, and they stabbed Cassie 30 times. Although both 16 at the time, they were tried as adults, and it was revealed they were inspired by the Scream movie and that they had recorded their plans in advance on a videotape. And you can still see that footage online today, but both of them were sentenced to life without the possibility of parole.
This Epstein file is one of the most disturbing that I've seen so far in the entirety of the files. So you can verify this for yourself. The EFTA number is in the bottom right-hand corner. But if we just take a look at this image, we see what appears to be a young child in an older man's, or woman's, I guess, lap. Now, that by itself isn't concerning. But I want you to take a look at what the child seems to be holding in their hand. Yes, that appears to be exactly what you think it is. And just to remind you, because of the way these files were released, we have no idea where this photo came from, why Jeffrey had this photo, and we have no clue who's in the photo either. So this could be a victim, it's probably a victim, but we can't definitively say who this is or what the context of this picture is because the Justice Department gave no further information. But I want you to keep in mind that as of right now, in July of 2026, the U.S. Department of Justice, the FBI, all other authorities really, are all saying that there's nothing more that they can look into in the Epstein file. They've stated essentially publicly there's nothing more they can do, and they don't feel like there's anything they need to look into. They feel like they've exhausted every lead and followed down every single path that they could possibly go down in the files. But for me, a picture is worth 1,000 words, and this picture, I'm sure, would tell an incredibly dark story, especially because this was found on what I believe is one of Epstein's devices, or at least in one of Epstein's emails or messenger accounts. The whole thing is just so disturbing to me. And so I'm going to continue posting about Epstein and bringing stuff like this up so that people don't stop talking about this until hopefully one day we find some justice in the story. But yeah, I mean, what do you guys make of this? I was absolutely shocked when I saw this image. I got a shout out Becca Day who posted this first, and I couldn't believe it.
Idaho's one of those strange places that people don't really go to. You know, it's up there, situated in the Pacific Northwest. Most people just drive through the northern portion of the state, and you almost kind of forget that that state even exists. In the southern portion of Idaho, it's this very remote area, and a lot of strange things occur here. Now, there's a place known as the Owyhee Mountains, And the Native Americans have this legend about something they call the sheep snatchers. Now, the sheep snatchers, they believed, were this lost tribe that lived up in the mountains. They were supposedly cannibals. And from time to time, when they were very hungry, it said that they would come down from the mountains and they would steal livestock from some of the local tribes. And there was even a story back in the 1800s. These 5 hunters, they go into the Owyhee Mountains and they never returned. So their family was worried about them. They formed a search party. They end up finding them up in the mountains in this small cabin that's locked from the inside. The windows are locked. And they find these 5 men, all deceased, with their heads having been completely smashed. There have been stories of sheep herders come down from the mountains that look like very tall men wearing the skeleton of a sheep's head or a sheep's skull. And they come down, they steal sheep, they throw them over their shoulders, and they carry them back up the mountain. Do you have any strange?
How strange is your body? Only 5% of the population have a tiny hole in the top of their ear. It's called preauricular sinus. 30% of people are non-tasters, meaning they have less taste buds than the average, compared to 25% who are super tasters. About 25% of people have dimples, which are caused by a defect in the zygomaticus major muscle, which is responsible for smiling. And 14% of people don't have the palmarius longus. The muscle disappeared over the course of evolution, and you can check if you have it by putting the fingers on one hand together and flexing your wrist.
Breaking news, 16 children have been rescued after being found living in a 1,300 square foot home with 4 adults. All 16 children were living in a 12 by 12 foot bedroom. This crime takes place in Benton, Ohio. In the home behind me, 16 children ranging in age from 1 to 18 years old were found living in a bedroom. The entire house is 1,300 square feet. During a press conference, authorities said that livestock was kept better than most of these children. Authorities said what initially led them to the home this week was a parallel investigation. This investigation had been ongoing for about a month, but had nothing to do with the welfare of the children inside of the home. They said through that separate investigation, they obtained a search warrant for this particular home, and once they entered, they found the 16 children. Here's a look at the 4 suspects in custody. This is Christine Siders, the grandmother. This is Gary Siders Sr., the grandfather. Gary Siders Jr. is his son. And lastly, there is Elizabeth Siders. Authorities said the mother and father of the children are Gary and Elizabeth. However, they would not confirm if Elizabeth birthed all of the 16 children. Being as the children's ages ranged from 1 to 18 years old, it is possible that one of the children also gave birth to some of the other children. However, they did state none of the individuals found inside of this home are missing children of any kind. At this time, authorities say 3 of the children's ages are unknown. Here's a list of the known ages of the children inside. 1-year-old and 4-year-old twins, 6, 7, 9, 10, and 12. The 12-year-old is Gary Siders III. The rest were 13, 14, 15, 17, and 18. Authorities said that the 18-year-old did not even know how to spell her own name. In addition to some of the other children cannot even speak. They said the children were never enrolled in school and there is no sign of education whatsoever. They also stated that the family traveled a lot and that they were only in the area for about 4 years. Neighbors said that they didn't even know children lived there and there were absolutely no signs of children there at all. The owner of the home passed away last April and the home was currently in a trust. Authorities also stated some of these children are in serious condition, one of them being in the ICU. It is unknown of the age of the child in the ICU. However, they did confirm 7 of those children stayed overnight. They said due to the very limited communication skills because of the lack of education throughout all of the children, it is very difficult to get any details to the case. Authorities said at this time they are more concerned with providing medical help to the children and will work on that aspect of it later. The suspects in this case were arraigned today and have pled not guilty. Again, this was a total of 20 people living in a 1,300 square foot home, 4 of which those individuals were adults. To stay up to date on this case, make sure you click the playlist.
This book was so disturbing and intense that I am literally legally not alive on this earth anymore.
They got him.
He's dead.
And I mean that quite literally. My obituary is in this book. Aaron Beauregard once again was very kind enough to not only send me a free copy of the Obituaries Red Romance, including another one of his latest novels, Life of Crime, which we're going to get to very soon, but the dude has legally ended my existence in the coolest and weirdest way possible. And honestly, I'm not surprised. I always thought it was going to be my wife. 6th issue of the Obituary series, Red Romance, with all different short stories written by C.V. Hunt, Aaron Beauregard, Christopher Triana, and also Daniel J. Volpe. And yes, my friends, we are back into the realm of splatterpunk because this is not for your average viewing pleasure. Or for some people, it might be. Ew. Aaron, dude, you are so fucking cool for this. So seriously, dude, thank you. And if y'all are absolutely dying to get the latest copy of the Obituaries, you can pick up your very...
On a bit of a happier note, Murphy Gonzalez, Kaylee's dog, has posted some new pictures on his Instagram. I see the comments all the time asking what happened to Murphy, and he's happy and healthy. Kaylee and her ex, Jack, were the ones that took care of Murphy, and now Jack is the one looking after him. Murphy does have his own Instagram, Murphy_Gonzalez, if you want to follow it, because it's cute pictures. As you likely know, Murphy was living at the Idaho 4 house with Kaylee. She loved him very much. When police arrived that morning, they found Murphy in Kaylee's bedroom, and ultimately Animal Control took him. From there, he was released for Jack to take care of. And it seems like he's doing a great job. When the photos and documents came out that showed Murphy and Kaylee's room, it honestly broke my heart. This was the very first post a little over 2 months after the murders happened. It says, "Missing my mom every day, but trying to live my best life. I got to admire her beauty in the sky this morning." And honestly, I think this is a really sweet way to honor Kaylee. It's clear that they loved each other and were best friends. This one says, "I could really use a lazy day with mama," and shares pictures of him and Kaylee. Mom took these photos of me and Dad when I was just 5 months old. For those that have been asking, I just turned 1 in December. So Murphy would be 4 years old now. There's even one of him and Maddie. It says, "Miss my Maddie." Again, the whole page is just really sweet. Go check it out. Follow them if you want to. It's a great way to remember them.
I will burn this planet down before I spend.
So this man walked up to an ATM, but instead of just getting cash, he received a note from the inside saying, "Please help, I'm stuck in here." To most people, this sounds like a prank. But in 2017 in Texas, a contractor was working in the small service room behind a Bank of America ATM. He had been changing a lock when the door accidentally trapped him on the inside. And somehow both his phone and his keycard he needed to escape were outside in his truck. So he was stuck inside a working ATM without any way to call anyone. Then customers started coming up to use the machine. That's when he realized
What's out here? What's out here? Nigga, we out here, we chill. Stupid niggas. They say it's wrong, but we doing right. We moving right, we in a loop, ducking, moving like shit. From noon to night, it's just the goons and the crew is tight. What you doing tonight? Just me and you when the mood is right. It's a little spray, cause we out here. And my team always getting that green. Yeah, cause we out here, and my team always getting that green. Yeah, cause we out here.
Minute Maid high, whip it up, treat beef like cows in slaughterhouse. That's why we gripping up, doing dirt on my own. Ain't no bitching up, counting money talk election going on in my pocket. Stunting when I buy the bar, cheers with Ted Dawson. He brushed me wrong, I have him slipping, grazing in the grass. She got an all you body, easy slipping when I smash. She wanna feel the fire, Peebo Bryson. I tell her June to pick up the pieces on this average white band. I see mixed brown dope, it ain't 10. Damn, what he talking about? Money a Muslim before they come and chalk him out. That's what my talk be about. You ain't feeling what I'm saying, ma. Get out the car and walk it out. You saving me gas, me money, and not wasting my fucking time. Can't you see I'm on my fucking grind? Pretending like they not, but they are. So tell them get off mine. They say it's wrong, but we doing right. We moving right, we in a loop, ducking, moving like shit. From noon to night, it's just the goons and the crew is tight. What you doing tonight? Just me and you when the mood is right. It's a little spray, cause we out here. And my team always getting that green. Yeah, cause we out here. And my team always getting that green. Yeah, cause we out here. We out here. We ain't the vicious type, but we got plenty toys, nigga, like we sponsor Fisher Price. My bars and my voice get your sister hype, and I stay in the kitchen cutting raw like a kitchen knife. Make sure the raw pure and you dish it right. Fucking with the law, don't get caught by them flicking lights. I pray I make it every day and
nothing. They say that I used to do it wrong, I had to get it right. Stack of bread and that's pesos. Stack of bread just like Lego. I got the so please bitch, just let go of my ego. Double up for 100 G, bleed money, that's paper. Put 30 long in my dungarees, increase my daily haters. We out here, them downstairs, they come out clear. Diamonds shine like a mock clan. When it's time to ride, we take out chairs, mopping in the chairless whip. Chopper with extended clip, bullets at your whole body, and that's what I call intimate. They say it's wrong, but we doing right. We moving right, we in a loop, ducking, moving like shit. From noon to night, it's just the goons and the crew is tight. What you doing tonight? Just me and you, when the mood is right. But you look with Sprite, cause we out here. And my team always getting that green. Yeah, cause we out here. And my team always getting that green. Yeah, cause we out here. Yeah, we out here, nigga. People ask, what's out here? Nigga, we out here, we chill. Stupid niggas. They say it's wrong, but we doing right. We moving right, we in a loop, ducking, moving like shit. From noon to night, it's just the goons and the crew is tight. What you doing tonight? Just me and you, when the mood is right. But you look with Sprite, cause we out here. And my team always getting that green. Yeah, cause we out here. And my team always getting that green. Yeah, cause we out here.
Minute Maid high, whip it up, treat beef like cows in slaughterhouse. That's why we gripping up, doing dirt on my own. Ain't no bitching up, counting money talk, election going on in my pocket. Stunting when I buy the bar, change with Ted Dawson. He brushed me wrong, I have him slipping, grazing in the grass. She got an all you body, easy slipping when I smash. She wanna feel the fire, Peebo Bryson. I tell her Jula pick up the pieces on this average white band. I see mixed brown dope, it ain't 10. Damn, what he talking about? Money a Muslim before they come and chalk him out. That's what my talk be about. You ain't feeling what I'm saying, ma. Get out the car and walk it out. You saving me gas, me money, and not wasting my fucking time. Can't you see I'm on my fucking grind, pretending like they not, but they are. So tell them get off mine. They say it's wrong, but we doing right. We moving right, we in a loop, ducking, moving like shit. From noon to night, it's just the goons and the crew is tight. What you doing tonight? Just me and you, when the mood is right. But you look with Sprite, cause we out here. And my team always getting that green. Yeah, cause we out here. And my team always getting that green. Yeah, cause we out here. We ain't the vicious type, but we got plenty toys, nigga, like we sponsor Fisher Price. My bars and my voice get your sister hype, and I stay in the kitchen cutting raw like a kitchen knife. Make sure the raw pure and you dish it right. Fucking with the law, don't get caught by them flicking lights. I pray I make it every day and every freaking night. And they say that I used to do it wrong, I had to get it right. Stack of bread and that's pesos. Stack of bread just like Lego. I got the so please bitch, just let go of my ego. Double up for 100 G, bleed money, that's paper. Put 30 long in my dungarees, increase. Yeah, we out here, nigga. People ask, what's out here? Nigga, we out here, we chill. Stupid niggas. They say it's wrong, but we doing right. We moving right, we in a loop, ducking, moving like shit. From noon to night, it's just the goons and the crew is tight. What you doing tonight? Just me and you, when the mood is right. But you look with Sprite, cause we out here. And my team always getting
getting that green. Yeah, cause we out here, and my team always getting that green. Yeah, cause we out here.
Please help, I'm stuck in here. To most people, this sounds like a prank. But in 2017 in Texas, a contractor was working in the small service room behind a Bank of America ATM. He had been changing a lock when the door accidentally trapped him on the inside. And somehow both his phone and his keycard he needed to escape were outside in his truck. So he was stuck inside a working ATM without any way to call anyone. Then customers started coming up to use the machine. That's when he realized the only way he could communicate with the outside world was through the receipt slots. So he started handwriting notes and sliding them out where the receipts normally come from. But imagine being a random customer and seeing a message like that pop out of an ATM. Everyone just assumed it was fake and walked away. Eventually, one customer took it seriously and called the police. Even the police officers thought it might be a joke at first, until they actually heard a faint voice coming from inside the machine. The contractor was yelling and explaining what happened, and the police eventually kicked down the door to the service room to get him out. Thankfully, he was completely fine, but he'll probably never go near an ATM again.